I'd like to welcome everyone to the Eskenazi Health Virtual Career Fair. I'm Tina Cosby with the Indianapolis stations of Radio 1, and we are speaking with our guest for this virtual employment opportunity with Eskenazi Health, Krisha Hicks. Krisha is the Chief Human Resources Officer with Eskenazi Health. And Krisha, quickly, your thoughts on the virtual career fair format. I know COVID has forced us into a lot of things, and some unintended consequences turned out to be fairly good, very helpful consequences. And so I got to believe that a virtual career fair is helpful on a number of fronts.
Absolutely. I would say it gives our job seekers flexibility. So if they may have an obligation during the day and they're not able to travel to be face-to-face for those employment opportunities and jobs fairs, you can connect virtually from all over the world. And so we have been able to connect differently. And so, of course, we are trying to attract people not only in Indianapolis, but also in the state. And so for those individuals where travel might be a barrier, this new frontier, this new platform, this new way of engaging the workforce is really giving us an opportunity to reach out a little bit more broadly than we may have had pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And so just very appreciative for those folks who have expressed interest in Eskenazi Health and yeah.
Yeah, and on any job or any position, any company, HR is the place. I mean, that's where it all starts and ends, frankly. And you are the Chief Human Resources Officer at Eskenazi Health. So when we're talking about, as Eskenazi is recruiting for positions, how many, you're in HR, so I know you're going to know this. How many positions are we talking about, and what's the range of those positions?
I'll tell you, Eskenazi Health, we have 4,600 employees. And so typically we usually have a couple hundred openings, but it's very dynamic. As I shared earlier, you have roles in clinical areas such as nursing, respiratory therapy, physical therapy. You have medical assistants. And then we have people who work with patient access, which are your front-facing employees. So when you come in the door, they're the individuals that help you with your registration and get all of your billing information. We have a finance, behind closed doors. We have to make sure that we're looking at our budgets and making sure that we have the resources available to take care of our patients. So there are a lot of opportunities. Really, if someone wants to know right now what's available, I would go to www.eskenazihealth.edu under the career section, and you can see where our openings are. And so one of our talent acquisition consultants would be happy to welcome you and connect with you and make Eskenazi Health your home. I have had the privilege of working for the organization for over 22 years. And so by background, I'm a physical therapist, and I started off at the bedside. So I am a product of Eskenazi Health in all ways, shapes, and forms. We really promote growth, and we really grow our own. And I have been a benefactor of that. I'm starting off treating patients at the bedside, and then through a variety of job opportunities, I worked as a manager of a clinic, and then I worked as the director of a skilled facility. I worked as the director of all of our specialty clinics. And then I was very fortunate enough 11 years ago to land in the C-suite as the Vice President of Human Resources, and then became the Chief Human Resources Officer. So I've held this position for 11 years and really been able to witness the benefit of investing in people and really the strong culture that we have at Eskenazi Health. And so just glad to be a little bit of a part of that.
Yeah, tell us how that works, the process, because a lot of companies say we invest in our people and there are opportunities for growth. But your story that you just charted, the path that you just charted, is one of the top examples I've ever seen. I mean, in a word, I know we don't have a whole lot of time, but how does the process work? Do you let your superiors know? Do they pick you and watch, or is it a combination? How does it all come together?
So we have a variety of ways. I will highlight something that is very tangible. We
Okay.
have a program called Career Pathways,
Uh-huh.
and we take employees that decide to come and join with us in entry-level roles. And if the employee says, you know what, I'm committed to Eskenazi Health, I want to grow and I want to move into more of a professional role, you can apply for this program and we will place you in a professional role
Wow.
and do on the job training for you. And we know oftentimes people can get nervous about taking that step and,
Mm-hmm.
moving outside of their comfort zone. And so with this program, we allow the person to transfer back to their previous role if for some reason they don't feel like they're being fulfilled or successful. We haven't had anyone transfer back. But so what has happened is we take someone who may work, environmental services or food nutrition services and put them in the professional role, and you get on the job training. And
Mm-hmm.
so that gives you and you don't have to go back to school to do it. These are roles that
Oh,
are
wow.
not requiring a degree, but you're able to earn a higher wage and really starts a path towards really being in a role that gets you closer to that professional career. One of our candidates, she worked in Cafe Soleil, or excuse me, she worked in our Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
And she was someone who was working in Starbucks and was, underemployed, but decided that she wanted to move towards more of a professional program. So she was able to secure a role with our Sandra Eskenazi Mental Health Center that focuses on behavioral health, frontline patient role. She quickly, because she had a degree, was able to move up to another role and she became a care coordinator. And after that experience, she decided she was going to go back to college and get her master's in social work degree. All that because she raised her hand and said, I want to grow. And
Yeah.
so we have the avenues and tools to make it happen. And it's not only just growing now, but she also has a goal in mind that she may not have thought about had she not engaged in our program.
Yeah. So growth starts with self, though. You have to say it. I mean, you have to
Mhm.
say it, and then the support is right there behind you. So, what from start to hire, from the time you fill out the application, as we're recruiting for potential applicants, what's the timeline? What's the process?
Soon, real soon.
Okay.
So, and
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
say soon. And I mean, we are living in a phase where we call it the war on talent. But ultimately, you fill out the application, you express an interest, and then someone from our talent acquisition team will connect with you and make sure you meet the minimum requirements for the role. And then once we have a conversation with you, you meet the minimum requirements for the role, then we'll transition you to a hiring manager. And then the hiring manager has an interview with the candidate, and then they come back. Depending on the roles, if it's a clinical role, people can come in shadow to make sure, they feel comfortable with the work environment and to make sure what we say in terms of Eskenazi Health is actually matches what they see, in the field. And then we do our background checks and references, but typically it's less than 30 days. I would say anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days at the most.
Wow.
We
That's
don't have
fast.
time. We don't have time to waste. We want
Right.
to make sure that we get the right people in the organization and that it's a good fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would go ahead. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, please go ahead.
Eskenazi Health is really a family environment, and it is a place where our mission, which is to advocate, care, teach, and serve, it lives and breathes every day. Our CEO, Dr. Lisa Harris, really represents the best of Eskenazi Health, and it starts at
Mhm.
the top. And so we take seriously our responsibility to take care of the community and take care of our employees. Our values are around professionalism, respect, innovation, development, and excellence, around pride. And we are a very proud organization for the work that we do, and understanding that we want to be good stewards of our resources, and we want to take care of the people in the community. And so if you get introduced to Eskenazi Health, more than likely you'll fall in love with Eskenazi Health, just like I did. And I've been here for over 20 some years. And so just feel very fortunate and blessed to work in this community. And it is a family place, and it is really a special place, none like any I've seen.
For those who may be thinking of taking that step and filling out that application right now, you did a great job of describing, but the culture, what does it feel like? What does it feel like to work there?
So if you could imagine a family reunion where everybody gets together.
Let's say a good one.
What'd you say?
I said, let's say a good one.
A good family reunion. A good family reunion has fun. We have good food. Anyone who has been on our campus knows that we believe food is medicine. And so we understand with the social determinants of health. Our CEO was very progressive as we were building our new hospital. We are taking care of people. We want people to be healthy. So we need to give them healthy food options. So you don't have any deep fryers at Eskenazi Health. We have a fresh for you market. And and I said it's good food. We have a market that is located in our common ground where we sell fresh produce for our employees, for our patients and their families. And again, it's about, integrity. We want people to eat healthy, so we provide an avenue for them to do it. We have a farm, a sky farm on top of our clinic building where we grow produce, and we use that to teach our patients how to cook healthy. And so, I just appreciate the opportunity to work for a place that doesn't just say it, but really says it and implements all of the strategies in place to support what they're asking their patients to do. And so just, again, it's like a good family reunion. One of the challenges, some of us during COVID-19, we had to transition and work from home. And as our numbers are coming down, we're very excited about having more of a presence on campus. And so just walking through the halls, you see folks that have been there. Our ambassadors are people with badges that have a different color to designate they've worked there for over 30 years. And so again, once you've been bitten by the Eskenazi bug, you have it. And it's really a great place to work. And we pride ourselves on taking care of our patients and our employees.
So once you get to eskenazihealth.edu, fill out the application. How long does the application take? And then I know you said roughly from start to finish 30 days. So once you get to Eskenazi Health, you go to what? Apply or
careers. Yeah,
okay,
under careers. Yes.
And then go to whatever you're interested in, I guess, or
Yep. You'll see all of our open positions, and then you can apply, submit your application for whatever role you are interested in. And I'll tell you, a lot of times we have individuals that may apply and they may not necessarily meet the minimum requirements for the role that they're looking for. But it's through that conversation with your talent acquisition consultant that we can say, hey, what about this opportunity? And so again, we want you to come in, get your foot in the door. And once you've had the opportunity to experience our culture, come and grow with us. Yeah. And we promote from within, and I'm a living example of that.
Absolutely. I love your story. So what is the one position, or is there even two positions that are the most challenging to keep filled for whatever reason? I don't know if it's someone hiring them away or you just need more and more every day. Are there any, for somebody who may be listening and thinking, hey, maybe I'll apply for this one because I've got this particular skill. Is there any one or two areas that are more challenging than not to keep filled?
Absolutely. I would say nursing is always going to be something that we want to focus on. And a close second would be our medical assistants. And
Oh,
those
okay.
are individuals who work in the organization. So as patients come in our medical assistants are primarily in our clinic sites, so in our community health centers, and they're the persons that receive the patient and help them to their rooms and help them with their vital signs, looking
Right.
at their blood pressure, looking at temperature, all of those things that we need, heart rate, and they work closely with the physicians to make sure that the orders are taken care of and that the patients receive everything they need with that medical visits. And medical assistants are typically, like I said, in our clinic areas, and so we have community health centers spread out all throughout Marion County. And then we also have clinics on site, our specialty clinics, as well as some primary care clinics. So I would say medical assistants are, that would be a key area that we're always looking for individuals to come in and grow with us. And, if you want to be a medical assistant, that's fine. But if you want to take that step and decide to go to the nursing field, we have a very robust tuition reimbursement program that we use to support our patients. And so, excuse me, our employees.
Can you say that again? Tuition reimbursement.
Tuition reimbursement.
Boy, music to a lot of people's ears.
Okay, so tuition reimbursement. And again, I used the tuition reimbursement program to go back to school and get my MBA. I had a master's in physical therapy degree, but wanted to get some more experience in the area of benefits. And so if you come and you decide that you want to grow with us, we have a tuition reimbursement, meaning that you can go to any school and focus in on bachelor's level or graduate level courses, and then you can get money to support your endeavor. Again, it's just a way of
Wow.
of really trying to be that full
That's
wraparound
amazing.
support for our employees. We also have an in-house team, and they're called the Institute for Professional Development.
Wow.
So if you are looking for a role and you just want to maybe work on your communication skills, or you want to work on your ability to give a presentation, we have internal resources that are ready and available to help. So if maybe you don't want to go back to school, but you still want to continue to grow, we have these resources internally for our team members. And so I shared with you earlier about our career path programs. Some of the wraparound support we put with those students or those individuals is we teach them about, interviewing. So when you go in, you talk to the hiring manager, you know what to say, putting together a good resume, how to write an email, because these are soft skills that you need to have more of a presence when you're engaging with someone that you want to hire you. And so these are the resources that we make available. And then also, if there's a training opportunity and externally, we also have resources that we will give to our team members for external education as well. And so really we'll meet you where we'll meet you where you are.
Yeah. And it is all part of the formula Eskenazi is so very well known for, meaning exceptional patient care, exceptional patient-centered care. And you cannot have that without taking care of people who are taking care of the patients, because
you stole my tagline. I was like, I said, it is my job to take care of the people who take care of the patients. And I take that job very seriously. And you're right. You want exceptional patient care. You need exceptional people to do that. And so we're always looking for ways that we can support our employees, because they do a phenomenal job of taking care of our patients. And as a former patient provider, I saw it firsthand working on the floors.
Yeah. And and again, our guest is Krista Hicks. She's the Chief Human Resources Officer with Eskenazi Health, talking with us. And before we have to wrap up, I want to hear again, because for those who may be just joining, it's something that I thought was really key as well as we approach the summer months. And there may be some students who still need, is there still time to take advantage of the HBCU internship that Eskenazi Health? Can you mention that again?
Yes.
For our,
and so we have a program for our students, for students attending historically Black colleges and universities, where they can apply for summer internships. And it is an 8-week paid summer program. And essentially the students identify what their majors are and what their areas of interest are, and go online at www.eskenazihealth.edu under the career section, and the internship applications are there. Yeah. And our slots are filling up fast. So we've already had 14 individuals that have indicated that they want to participate. And so, but again, it's just a way that we continue to support our community and support our young people and introduce them to Eskenazi Health in hopes that once they graduate, they will come and join us.
Yeah, this is an Eskenazi Health virtual career fair. And as the Chief Human Resources Officer, I know that it has to be challenging, but it also has to be a really exciting time because of the new tools at your disposal to recruit. And we talked about that a little bit earlier. So as we close, again, challenging because you got a lot of jobs to fill, got a lot of jobs to oversee and get filled, but exciting at the same time, because this is a virtual career fair, which I kind of like. It's kind of neat.
Thank you. And again, just very appreciative of you of sharing the time with us. And again, reach out to us at www.eskenazihealth.edu. There are tons of opportunities there. Yeah. Tons of opportunities, and come and grow with us. It is a great place to work. We take care of our employees, we take care of our patients, and really, if there's anything that you want to do, the resources are available there at Eskenazi Health. And just feel very fortunate during this time. And yes, it is an exciting time. And the thing that fills my bucket, I love people. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, I love people, but I really do love people. And it fills me up walking through the halls of Eskenazi Health, going on the floor, seeing our patients, and really seeing our staff that give it 110% every single day. They do. If you look on our website, there's a young lady who has a quote there that says, it's not just a job, it's not just a career, it's a calling. Oh, wow. And that's truly what I feel. And I'll give you a hint. That young person was me who put that quote up there. But really,
I think it's brilliant. Actually, very.
But it is a calling, and
it has to be to do it well.
Yeah.
It always has to be.
There's special people who work at Eskenazi Health because we have special patients, and we want the absolute best for our patients, and we give them the best, and they deserve the best people to take care of them. And it's my job to find them.
Well, you're doing a tremendous job, and I thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, and good luck with your recruitment. Very few places can say that there's pretty much generally going to be a place for you. I won't say always, because we never use that word, but very few places can say that. And the fact that Eskenazi Health is saying so and opening the doors and providing so much support for you once you get in the door and along the path is just phenomenal. And thank you again for sharing all of that. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Eskenazi Health Virtual Career Fair. I'm Tina Cosby with the Indianapolis stations of Radio 1 here. And our guest for this virtual employment opportunity with Eskenazi Health is Leanne Blue. Leanne is the Chief Nursing Officer and Executive Vice President of Patient Care. Thank you for being here, Leanne. You came highly recommended by our Krista Hicks, who is the Chief HR Officer. So welcome. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you. And I think very highly of Krista Hicks. She's a wonderful colleague and a partner and actually a dear friend. And we've worked together for a long time. So I appreciate her a great deal and appreciate her running our human resources department.
Yeah. You both have quite a few shoes to fill, so to speak, not necessarily replacing, but bringing in talent into that wonderful healthcare system that you have at Eskenazi. So what are you thinking? Are you hiring for anything in particular, or any jobs in particular, or just everything? You just want to make sure that everyone knows about the opportunities.
Actually, we're hiring for just about everything. And in particular, since I'm the Chief Nursing Officer, I'm going to say I'm very interested in nurses, RNs, LPNs, the staff that support nurses, like a patient care technician or a medical assistant. And as we've all heard on the news about the way the world has been after the pandemic. It's just been it's been unbelievable, the impact to all of the healthcare system. And in particular, what is most interesting, our numbers are the lowest they have ever been for COVID since we started. We only have 4 COVID positive patients in house today, but the rest of the volume, the census is really, really, really high. So we have growth. We have needs for people to work in healthcare. And I would be remiss if I didn't say we need folks to help us in our culinary, our food nutrition departments, our environmental services team, our patient access team. We just need people everywhere.
Yeah. The impact that COVID has had on the nursing profession, did it stretch it to limits unknown before, or did it create an opportunity for more to come into the field? I mean, what the impact? I know you said COVID has had an impact. Can you describe the impact for us a little more?
Sure. I think I'll look at 2 different impacts. One is it just stretched us because at one point in time, our hospital was filled with COVID ICU patients. And so it just stretched everybody to the limit. What is interesting, though, and a lot of it has to do, I think, with the media, is sharing those stories and getting the word out about, things like seeing the doctor or getting your vaccine. It also showed nursing and other healthcare careers as being very positive. And so we've seen an increase in the enrollment in all of our schools of nursing across the entire country. It's up about 6% for baccalaureate nursing degree, which is amazing. Some people call that the Dr. Fauci effect, but that people outside say, wow, healthcare workers are truly heroes. They are saving lives. And so we're blessed that in our state, we have great schools of nursing. I mean, fantastic schools of nursing. And to see that that interest in becoming a nurse or other healthcare workers is really out there. So the future, I think, looks brighter. It's just living through this change of people that have retired, the baby boomers that are retired, or people that just wanted to step away from the profession for a little bit.
So, Leanne, when we talk about nursing, there are various levels that you can reach to become a nurse. Can you explain the various levels? And everybody may not necessarily ascend to the top tier of nursing, and maybe very, very well be happy with an LPN as opposed to an RN or a master's or PhD or whatever. Yeah, can you describe the various levels of a nurse?
Sure thing. First of all, there is a you can become a nurse in a lot of different ways. You can go to an associate degree program, and in our state we have Ivy Tech, which is one of the largest community colleges in the entire country, and they have outstanding nursing programs. So you could get an associate degree, or you could go to school to become a baccalaureate prepared nurse, and then go on and get your master's degree. A lot of nurses are either associate degree or baccalaureate degree and practice at the bedside or in the clinics or in public health, in all kinds of positions. And a great way to start, and I think this is true not only at Eskenazi Health, but across the entire state, you can come and work with us as a patient care technician. And we'll teach you how to take care of patients, some basic things. Then you go to get your tuition reimbursement and go to school to be a nurse. And that's exactly what I did in my career. I started they used to call it student nurses. And then I got my associate degree and I went to work in critical care. And then I got my baccalaureate and then my master's degree. So and like I said, in Indiana, we have some of the absolute best schools of nursing. It's just amazing.
So what you're saying is, since we're at a career fair, that if you start, this career, if you start your career as a nurse tech, I guess, or nursing technician, that Eskenazi Health will pay you, will help pay for your schooling to go as far as you care to go in the nursing profession? Absolutely.
Tuition reimbursement. It is the easiest way. And I always like to tell parents of folks that are interested, this is better than any student loan.
I love it, especially now that the student loans are, that's a big thing. It's amazing. We're waiting on whether or not President Biden is going to extend it even more, because so many people have been saddled with debt trying to get an education so that they can have a meaningful, good paying career like a nurse or like nursing. And so to be able to eliminate that student debt, that's amazing. And so is there any limit to how far this tuition reimbursement will go, or does it go as far as you want to go?
It goes as far as you want to go.
Oh my goodness.
And there is a higher degrees now in nursing called Doctorate of Nursing Practice or becoming a nurse practitioner. And we pay for that tuition reimbursement as well. I know, it's really cool.
Wow. So how long does it take to become, from start to finish, to become a registered nurse? The number of years about?
2 to 4 years. 2 to 4 years.
Yeah. That's not bad. And it feels a little bit easier when your tuition is reimbursed. So how many openings would you say, or do you know how many nursing openings there are right now?
Well, we're looking for about 75 registered nurses, and then we're also looking for people in the other roles. I don't have the exact numbers, but we have openings. So just go to our Eskenazi Health website and it will show you the openings and what you need to do to apply. And we'd love to hire people now and up to May and June.
Between May and June?
Yep.
So this the hiring fair, the virtual career fair, starts now, right? As we're speaking, it's underway, correct?
Absolutely. Just go to eskenazihealth.edu and you can apply right online right now.
Right now. And
right now,
like 2 minutes ago, you can apply. So, but I mean, I understand you have like 4,600 employees right there. At Eskenazi. That's a huge healthcare system. And the nurses that are needed aren't necessarily needed just in the hospital. Is that correct? I mean, they're needed at clinics and other sites, satellite sites?
Yes, we have several primary care health centers. So we're looking for nurses that want to work in primary care. We have specialty care, which is like a specialty physician office. We call it the Sandra Eskenazi Outpatient Care Center. We have nurses that work there. We also have, we're linked with the Marion County Health Department. So if you want to be a public health nurse, we have open positions there as well.
Yeah, so different levels, different types of assignments, so to speak. It's all there. It's all available and all ready to go now. The fact that COVID is waning, and as you were saying, fewer patients. Has that impacted your ability to hire now that you can open it up a little more, that things have calmed down just a bit? I don't know if anybody has blown the whistle and said, tweet pandemic over, but the fact
no.
no one's done that. I've been waiting for that. Somebody asked me that, is it over? And I'm like, well, I haven't heard the whistle, but it was worldwide. But the fact that we're freer to move about the cabin, so to speak, if you're in a plane, if people are freer to move about, more open to things and more open to opportunities like this, that's got to be an advantage.
Oh, it absolutely is. But I would say we've opened up like our visitation and our clinical rotations. So we have all the schools of nursing, pharmacy, respiratory therapy, lab. Lab's another big career out there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. So we've been doing our clinical rotations and opened that up about a year ago. And so people have been here learning on site, and that's one of the things that's our core value is teaching. And so it's really been helpful to have those clinical rotations.
So what are some of the lab opportunities that are available for people who may be lab trained, phlebotomists and lab techs of that nature? What are some of those opportunities?
It's mostly in the lab, technicians in the lab. So you can work in the microbiology lab, you can work in the specimen lab, you can work in the micro lab. There's all kinds of areas there that are open. That's a really interesting field, I think.
Wow. Yeah. And more in need of more humans too. So you need more humans in the lab because there's lab work that goes on in these places daily, constantly.
Daily, day, night, constantly, all 24/7, 365 days a year. We need our people.
So the advantages that you feel you have with the virtual recruiting, what are some of the advantages that you feel that come up, advantages with this virtual recruiting format that we're using?
I think people are on the move a lot. So I think they listen to radio, or everybody has their smartphones, and I see everybody just checking, for jobs and positions online. And so that is the way to do it and to connect. And you can connect with more people than just a one-on-one interview.
Yeah. And so again, for people that want to connect to you and to Eskenazi Health, what's the website? And positions are open, as you say, now, and you're hiring right now. And I understand from your colleague that the entire process is about 30 days from start to finish. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. So just go to eskenazihealth.edu and you will get on that website. It'll say careers, hit on careers, and then look for what you're interested in. And I'm telling you, you'll find a great job. Also, just look at the website. Look and learn a little bit about us. If you don't know about us, let us know. We do clinical and different type of job shadowing opportunities now. So we've been able to open up a little bit. So if you're interested, just send us a note from that website. We'll be in touch with you.
Absolutely. And you are the Chief Nursing Officer and Executive VP of Patient Care. And so naturally, you are going to want to be recruiting heavily in those two areas. And so we would encourage people strongly to look into that, because there are several openings and several good opportunities. But what I like more than that is the professional career development support. Like once you set foot at Eskenazi Hospital, the opportunity for career growth is just tremendous. I love the tuition reimbursement.
People do love it. And it is a wonderful, wonderful benefit. And you're eligible for that almost immediately. So it's really important. So I'm telling you, if you know anybody wants to be a nurse or wants to go to school to be a lab technician or to be a pharmacist, come work here at Eskenazi. We'll help you.
And we haven't talked about pharmacy. I know we're getting ready to close. I know you got to go. Pharmacy. See, every time you bring something up, that brings up another pharmacy.
Pharmacy. And you want to talk about stellar schools of pharmacy in our state. Oh, my goodness gracious. Amazing schools. So, yes, there is openings for pharmacists and also a role that helps the pharmacist. It's that technician role. Just like we talked about, like a patient care technician helping nurses. This is a pharmacy tech, and we have openings We train you. Come on down. Come on down.
Come on there. Come on. Eskenazihealth.edu. Leanne Blue, Chief Nursing Officer and Executive Vice President of Patient Care. Thank you so much and good luck in your recruiting. Continued success. Thanks for all you do over there at Eskenazi. Love the hospital. Love the healthcare system. Love it all. It's truly a great place.
Thank you so much. And I appreciate you very much.
All righty. Thank you, Leanne.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.